It's very important that you see this truth about healing. I want you to know about healing. In all of Jesus' healings, people came to him with faith. With faith. Nowhere in Scripture do I see Jesus sneak up behind a blind man and cover his eyes and say, "Guess who?" You just picture it, The guy's like, "I'm blind. I have no idea who you are." And then he pulls it away, and then he's like, "I can see. Oh, you're Jesus." Anybody else? It never happened like that, right? People always came to him with faith. That's the key to the healing. That's the second part to it, I should say. And I want to emphasize this because I've taught on this before, and I had an illustration of a lamp up here, and I pointed out that faith by itself doesn't heal you. It simply brings you to the healer. Faith is what plugs you into the power source, and God is the power source. He and faith is put together can heal us. And here's the thing. If anyone has ever told you the reason why you weren't healed, because maybe you went to a healing service, or maybe you've been in a church before where they've done something like this, where they maybe laid hands on you or something like that, and you weren't healed. You went with faith. You believed that God could heal you, and then they told you that the reason why you're not healed is because you lack faith. That's a pretty common teaching in some churches. And I just want to say I'm sorry if that was your situation, because I don't think that's biblical. I don't think that's how it works, according to the Scriptures, according to the Bible. Faith alone doesn't heal you. God is the healer. And faith moves you into his presence. And it's always according to God's will, whether or not he heals you or doesn't heal you. And we have to have trust. We have to have faith that if God chooses not to heal us, that it's actually for our own good and for his glory. And that's a hard thing to accept. But we have wonderful examples in the Bible of people who were okay with the fact that God didn't heal them of their physical ailment because they knew that God would use it for his glory. The Apostle Paul is, to me, the greatest evidence. For he said in 2 different places, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." It's in 2 Corinthians, and he talked about how he had the thorn in the flesh. And he asked God to remove it 3 times. "My grace is sufficient," God said. "For when I am weak physically, then I am strong spiritually." He also said that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that was about contentment. So this is our example, and I hope you'll trust God in his plan for your life, whether it's to heal you physically or not. I pray that you will know that he always, always wants to heal you spiritually.